So there's a lot to do. A lot to do, and there's enough time to do it. First off, I gotta make a protein shake real quick. Get it in that anabolic window at 30 minutes. Just got back from the gym. One sec. Should I? Okay, this is straight. I really like this protein powder that I'm using. This cake batter protein powder. I really like this one. From whatever. I'm not about to sponsor them because I don't know for sure where they're from or whatever, but it tastes really good. One sec. There's no milk in the fridge. Bro, obviously you didn't see that because the camera's too small, whatever. But it's literally habit. You know, people open their phones and they open their phones and then immediately go on some app. I open my phone and I immediately click on Google Keep to go to my notes, dude. That's like, I'm such a beast, dude. Holy shit. Like, this is what I'm doing, bro. I'm always right. I'm always like putting my thoughts down. I'm like so efficient with it. Okay, cool. I wonder if this audio is too loud. Because it's almost peaking. Okay, cool. Should be straight. I'm trying to, as the stream title says, get organized. Lots and lots and lots of notes have been piling up. I'm just about to organize them all. I wish I had like cookies or something. Something to go with this. Like cookies and milk or something like that. It just makes it so much easier. Still not shaken up enough. Okay, cool. Hold up 1 second. I hate RSV files. Like this camera right here, the Sony cameras, they have a bad way of like writing stuff. I don't know why they can't just integrate. Like this seems like something they could fix with software. It seems like something where it's like it can notify you with the light if like the battery's getting low. Why can't it just do that? What's the issue with that? Or maybe like if the battery's about to get so low that it's about to shut off, when the battery's at 1%, stop everything, turn the camera off, and save the recording so it doesn't get corrupted. Like who cares if you lose those last 2 seconds? Like why is that the priority? The priority is making sure you get those last 2 seconds. Why can't the priority be making sure you've saved and recovered, but you're able to recover the rest of the footage? Sony should have a system where instead of the camera just dying, it gets close to low on battery and then it chooses to turn off on its own when it's low on battery, so it can consolidate everything, so it can actually like render the files properly. That can't be that difficult, dude. It would save so many people so much. It would make the peace of mind, ease of like just record till it's dead, record till it's dead for vloggers and things like that. You don't even have to think about it. You don't have to worry about it. Because when it dies, then you notice that it's dead. The rec lights turn off and you're like, oh, okay, cool. Let me just say what I said again. And you didn't lose the past like few hours. For people who fish, or people who just record, that's super useful. The Linux developer, you got mail. Yeah, I checked the email earlier today. Let me check. As far as pricing, I think it's, yeah, I saw that. There was this other guy who I told him about the project and he's like, "Oh, that's interesting. I'm going to get it set up for myself and then I'll let you know how it goes." Let me see. Yo. Cuz if he got it set up, he told me he's like I'm down to just like set it up. If it's trivial, then I'll just let you, like I'll just give it to you basically for free. So, it's like free work, you know? I'll take it, dude. I'll take it. I'll have other projects though. I'll have bigger projects. This was just something that I thought of because like if you're still in here, the Linux developer, because I think it would be cool to like think about it like this. Any person in my chat, because I plan on building a community, I plan on going far with this, you know? So it's like down the line in like 3 years, anyone could go on my channel and in the search bar on the channel, you know how there's like a search thing in YouTube channels itself, on the desktop version at least, you could search for videos that are in the channel itself. Because all the usernames are in the description, and the description for YouTube can be huge, you know? I'll just put the descriptions in there as plain text, like just like that. And then that way, if someone searches the Linux developer, it shows up. And it's like, okay, I didn't upload the last VOD, or the one before that, but I want to start uploading the VODs, and that way it saves it for like iconic stuff like moments and things like that. And then it's like first time we linked up, first time we like this person messaged in chat and all this stuff, and I can go like, oh, I was talking to a Linux developer about this thing this time. Let me just search him up on my channel, and all the instances of that will be there because it's not gonna be on Twitch. So it's just a way of like consolidating data, and it's like a tag system. Every person who was chatting with me in that stream would be in the description of that video, so they would all show up in that search. Is that not a good idea? Is that not like a simple? I thought that was something that could be done with like, I was willing to pay like $100 to do it. No more than that, because I think it's relatively simple. Maybe it's not. Maybe scraping the chat data, like the usernames from chat are like actually tricky. But I mean, there's so many plugins on Twitch. I have it local here where it's like I have Stream Elements, so it's already collecting the chat, you know? It's showing me a whole chat room. It's showing me the identical thing that shows up on Twitch's studio. So I don't think it would be difficult, but it might be. But he said he could get it done. I figured it out. It's really easy. It's exactly the same as the Reddit comment. You guys set it up for your stream? And he said, yeah, I'm going to bed though. For 100, I'll do it for you. Yeah, but this guy might be finished with it already. He said he's already set it up for his stream. So, and this was yesterday. We didn't talk since then, but we'll see. This dude, Shmeeb, was in the chat at the same time as you when I got raided. Was it? I think it was 2 days ago when I got raided. So he was there, but that was like my budget. But I'll have a ton more. I'll have way more projects. Like I think of projects, I think of cool ideas, and then I'm like, all right, cool. I'll just get it done. I mean, now I'm like, I'll just get it done. Now I have a bit of a budget. Any project that's more than like $500, I don't think I can do right now. But I could do like, I don't know. I mean, it depends on the project, but I want to be able to do more. I want to just run it up. I want to have a Discord server full of developers and just be handing them project after project after project, just cool stuff, and not even to like, even stuff where it's like, oh, here's a cool project, I'll invest, I'll pay you everything you need to develop it, and you run the business. It's a cool business. I'm giving you the opportunity. You start it up. You spend 6 months developing it. Here's your salary, and then let's partner up in the business. Let's be 50-50, or you can take even more percentage since you're like the active partner in this, you know? That's like what I want to do. Okay. I'm like doing work on my MacBook right now, so you can't see it on this screen, on the screen that the stream could see. But I'm just like getting some stuff in order. You don't have to tune in this one, dude. This is gonna be a boring stream. I'm not gonna be talking most of the time. I mean, I'll respond to chat if I see it, but it's like I have a bunch of folders on Google Drive and Dropbox that I have to organize, and a bunch of notes to organize. That's really what this is. I'm streaming to like keep records. I'm streaming so I can upload the VOD and then just have it just in case. I just want to record all these things. All my like work. I want to do work live streams, bro. And I want to make them more exciting and more interesting, but that's not going to happen right now. I want my work live streams to be like going out, traveling, meeting someone at a coffee shop, some agency employee, and making deals with them, and like I want to do interesting business like that, but it's not going to happen right now. Not in this one. Let me put something on actually, just to make it a little like put on some music or something. I found this that I didn't listen to this, but I think it would be cool to have in the background. This is it, yeah. I listened to like the first like 10 seconds of this.
You are now listening to Thinking Music Radio.
And this is where I ended it. I wonder if this will work. I never put music on in the background when I'm working. But if this works, this could be a game changer, dude. Alright, so Linux developer, if you're still here, the Linux developer, what's the dream job? Let's just get straight to it. What's the dream job? And it doesn't need to be a job. Job is just a placeholder word. Dream career, dream like the thing that gives you dopamine and is productive in being able to provide for you and your family. The thing that lets you branch off into everything else. Well, what is it? What is it? It could be starting a business. It could be whatever. This music might be a little too distracting. Maybe. Let me see related how to not pirate. And these are the kinds of thumbnails I'm looking for. Actually, no. Maybe. Okay, OSS engineer, but being paid for it or already having the money, I need to support my family. What's a OSS engineer? Ooh, this. What's a OSS engineer? OSS engineer. Oh, operational support system engineer. But what exactly does that entail? What do you do? Forget the job title. Walk me through, what does the day look like? Like, what is it? You wake up, is it like open source software? Okay. Because like, think about it like big dream, like the sky's the limit here, you know? Like, would it be like you wake up, sunrise, you see the horizon, you get a coffee and you're like, all right, call up the boys, what's the status on the projects? Like, are you managing projects? Like, how is it going? Like, walk me through the day, walk me through, or maybe not the day, but like walk me through the kind of work you would want to do, the stuff that would be like meaningful to you. Because like, it's so hard for me to imagine. Maybe this is the case, but it's so hard for me to imagine like the meaningful work that you'd want to do for like the next like 20, 30 years of your life, being like just sitting like locked in at a computer, sitting down, like not getting any physical activity, and like and just looking at a bunch of letters and numbers on pixels on a screen. Like, it's so hard for me to imagine that. And maybe that's just my like consumer brain, my like overstimulated like Gen Z like no attention span brain, right? Because I just want to consume content. It's painful for me to, you know, actually like get to work and like do any sort of anything technical at all. That's why I'm having this guy set up my, that's why I'm trying to have other people set up my Twitch stream like technical stuff for me. And I hate doing all this stuff, but I just, it's so hard for me to relate to that. But like, is that what it would entail? Maybe for some people they would enjoy that kind of thing. Maybe. I still gotta learn. I still gotta meet a lot of different kinds of people, if that's the case. But I mean, regardless of whether or not that's the case. But what does the day look like, bro? The Linux developer. Okay, I want to wake up, feed the dog and my family, myself, naturally, and then go outside, water the garden, go on a run. This sounds like a troll post, but this is actually something that I would like. This is actually like the kind of life I'd want to live. Water the garden, go on a run, come back, sit down, write blog, make tea, sit down and develop for a few hours, get up, exercise, pick kids up from school. See, I'm like, dude, if I were to write this post, it would sound like a troll post. It would sound like so OD. It would, because I'm like, oh yeah, nah, I would be homeschooling the kids. Straight up, that's what I want to do. Spend hours with them, dinner in bed for kids, clean one or two of the issues off the tracker, spend an hour with wife, then to bed. No wife, fam yet though. Yeah, bro, same. Bro, that's something I think about. That's something I'm like, you know, this is all new. This Tinder and all this stuff is so new that like there's no long term, like we don't really know what the outcome of this stuff is gonna be, you know? Like, I think there's a real possibility that, I don't know how old you are, what generation you're in. I'm 24. I think there's a real possibility that in my generation, people who are 24 years old right now, at the very least in the United States, in like the Western world, half of them die alone. Half. And like, who's to say I'm not any stronger than the bottom half? You know? Like, I'm not doing anything exceptional. The same generation, it's like, I'm dude, I really think there's like, maybe it's just all the doom scrolling. Maybe it's just all the doom scrolling and all the fucking hypergamy and all this stuff. But it feels like it's growing. It feels like it's growing. And I have like cousins too. I have like girls like who are cousins and like friends and things like that who I talk to about this kind of stuff. And they're like, yeah, dude, it's getting really bad. Like really, really, really bad. Like, I think if it goes down this path, it's obviously only going to get worse. But like, fuck, dude, I feel optimistic, but at the same time, there is this stress that like, if I don't make some shit happen for real, like there's a chance I die alone. You ever think about that kind of thing? That might be like a depressing thing to talk about. I'm optimistic though. I'm optimistic. Bring back third places. Facts, dude. Facts. And you know what? I think the third places thing is just, I think it's a cheap substitute. It's a suboptimal solution for like the most serious problem facing humanity. It's like, make the third space the first space. You know? Cut out all the crap of like, of the way people go through life. The way people develop in life is wrong. It's there's this illusion of separation that's been created of like, oh, I mean, this is just me. Maybe this is wrong, but it's like school, then work, then play, then it's like all, then spend time with family, then balance life. Like it's like they're all separate things. It's like, nah, dude, we can have it all. We can have it all, and we can blend it all. We can have a like my dream type. Maybe everyone has like different proclivities, right? But like my dream scenario is like people like me. We all get like a cul-de-sac together. We all get like a neighborhood together, and it's like we all teach each other's kids. We all have our own roles and responsibilities. We're all family too, and we're all like the way that stuff is done is like education and work are the same thing. You go to someone's house, all the people go to someone's house and they learn from those parents who have some things that they want to teach to all the kids who are a part of the whole crew. And instead of it being like a teacher and student type environment, it's like an employer-employee type environment, but not really like the way that it's done in the modern way, but it's like a mentorship type thing. And like people do things that they're interested in, and it's for progressing the field as a whole. So it's not like raise your hand if you want to talk or whatever. It's like everyone is participating in a way where they do it to progress the field that they're interested in. It's not people going into classes that they're forced to get into, that they're desensitized to not take, but that they're incentivized to take because it's an opportunity to chase something that they love and be a part of something and give back to something that they are able to consume, that they're able to be a part of themselves. So it goes deep, but like, yeah, bring back third places is the right attitude. And I think it's gotten to the point now where the majority of relationships happening in my generation start from online dating. They start from Tinder. So it's like, if that's the majority of relationships, holy shit, dude, people are screwed. And I think everyone should have a first place, if you want to call that like a place of privacy, you know? And there's always been that kind of thing. Like my like grandparents in India, they would have their own individual rooms, but they were like meditation rooms. They didn't need to have separate, they could have had separate rooms to like sleep in and things like that, but they didn't want to sleep in separate rooms. They wanted to sleep together. They wanted to sleep like hugging each other, you know? You get the benefits of a weighted blanket, but you get the real deal, basically. So they would sleep in the same rooms, they would eat in the same rooms, eating would be like a communal thing, they would do it all together, but they would have their private spaces where only they were allowed in. So like, they have the key to their own meditation room, nobody else has that key. None of the like nobody else does. Not their parents, they go in there, they get to have that privacy and guarantee this is mine, and not a single other person who I don't allow in here cannot come in here. And everyone would have that. But it was a small part of their lives. And it was the meditation room for each person, basically. But everything else was like a we're in this together type of thing, you know? Maybe it's the music. The music is fucking me up. The music is making me think all this, like, is getting me emotional. I'm not like emotional, but the music is stimulating that part of the brain. Okay. Well, another thing I wanted to consolidate actually was all the projects I wanted to work on, like all the projects I wanted to have up and running, because like when I'm like going through Twitch and I'm like looking for developers, I want to just, if they're interested in something that I'm also interested in, I wanted to offer them like a project like off rip, because remember you guys hopped in and you guys were like, oh, I can develop software, I'm a developer, and I'm like, shit, I didn't think I'd get this far. I don't have anything prepared, you know? So I want to get a few things just like up and run. I want to have a folder in here of like projects that I could just get people to join the team of, basically, you know? So I have 2 projects right now in here. I have 2. And I have so many more that are scattered. Actually, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 that I just threw in this folder that I haven't organized yet. And I'm gonna have like 500 more ish, maybe 300 more. My guess is 300, but right now I got 2. The first one is my own personal brand. It's just my work folder for myself, because there's a bunch of different things I want. I want some Discord bots and things like that, just for personal brand stuff. And it's gonna be like minor things, like research on certain things and stuff like that. And I guess this project that I'm having this guy do, or he already did, that I emailed you about, I guess this counts as one of those, even though it's not really that serious, you know? And then there's the VPN, which I told you guys about. That's the second project. But with the VPN, yo, Wild Weeaboo. So the Linux developer, do you, like, both of you guys, do you guys talk on like mic, like, or anything like that? May need to have something working, need to do a test stream to see if it works. Right, Shmeeb, we were talking about that project that's, oh yeah, you saw the messages on Discord? We were talking about the chat scraping project. But for this like VPN, I do want to bring in another developer, because I already have a developer, but he's kind of remote, and he's he lives close by, like close enough to drive to, basically, but we don't like go to the office together, we don't talk on a daily basis, and he's not a developer of he's not an independent guy who's like trying to take on a project and like do something like that. Like, he has a company, and his company is like partnering with my company. It's a development company, and it's like he's working on like 50 different projects at once or whatever, and he'll find time, like I'll be like, yo, can you work on this thing? And he'll be like, oh yeah, let me see. And then he'll be like, I can work on it in like 3 days. I'll have an hour that morning. And I'm like, that's cool and all. That's cool. And I cannot expect anyone to, I cannot be like, let me make it clear, I'm not like upset with him or anything. I can't be mad at him for like living the life that he's like living or whatever, right? But I do want a developer, another guy to hop on with this VPN project who can like really dedicate themselves to it, who can like be a part of it, who's like passionate about things related to this kind of thing. And by related to this VPN, I mean like, forget the what people think VPNs should be, like what other VPNs put on. I mean, like you're into like deep web, dark web, like a piracy community, like pushing for like modding games, like hacking games, like all that stuff. Like, I mean, you're into that kind of stuff that people actually like need to use VPNs for, that VPNs are actually useful for, you know? Like traveling and like all that sort of stuff. Like, I want a developer who's into that kind of stuff, because then they could be in it with me with like the marketing and all that, and we could like work on it together. So those are like the two projects that I have running right now, VPN and the personal brand, that I'm like willing to just take on developers, but I have no budget for either of them. Basically, my budget for the VPN is all being used. But I want to get organized and start like putting together like a catalog of like projects that I could just give to developers. So, oh yeah, it's pretty trivial. I built overlays, so this is a walk in the park. Lol. Okay. Wait. You want to test? Have you tested it out yet, Shmeeb? Like I could test it out I could like talk in your chat, and we could see if like my name, your name, we could try like a different account as well, see if it all like shows up in a text document. I could talk in your chat whenever you want. You just hit me up on Discord or whatever, or we could do it whenever. But we could test it out. But yeah, I got it working on my stream. Sick, dude. So how does it work exactly? If you're running this on, are you running it like on your PC, like on your machine, or is it connected to OBS, or is it something that you did with Twitch, like some Twitch API thing? Like, how does it work exactly? Because I want it to be like a seamless, like I have like a text document or like a online, like I have some tab open or something like that. It's a bot that connects to Twitch. Okay, so maybe it like opens a tab and it's just like a bunch of like plain text. Even like I don't need some fancy UI or anything, but like it just opens like a plain text like somewhere. I don't know where it would be, but like it would just be the name, like the usernames, a list of usernames of all the people. I don't need to collect the chat like messages or anything, or like scrape any part of any data from their thing, but just like the list of usernames of all the people that are in chat. So I could just copy and paste it, put it in the description of the video, of the VOD, of the stream archive on YouTube, you know? And I'm gonna start doing that from now on. Like, so whatever you guys say in here is getting thrown in the vault forever. Maybe not this one. If you guys don't want me to, I don't have to upload this VOD, but like most VODs going forward, most of them, some of them I'm not gonna upload because like that's just how it's gotta be. YouTube, Twitch, some things, somebody might say something and it's like, okay, we gotta cut that out. But like after that, I want to have it all archived on YouTube, you know? It's a bot that connects to Twitch and writes their username to a file when they first say something to the stream. You can specify where the file is. I can specify where the file is, like on my PC or if I could do it on if you could make it work on Mac, that would be perfect. That would be ideal. But if it's PC, that totally works too as well. If you don't want to put in any more effort and it already works on PC, then I'm totally down for that. Just let me know either one, whichever one you manage to get working, and then if you want to be paid for it, I could literally, dude, I'll slide you $50 if you help me set it up. If you have Cash App, because I do have $50 in my Cash App. I can transfer it. Because I also want to set a precedent of like this is gonna sound weird. I want to tip developers. I think that's when you're supposed to tip, because it's like I don't want to tip like at restaurants or whatever, but I think for the deeper, more meaningful work, it's gotta be like this is what I've always done anyways. I've always hated where people would tell me, pay me first and then I'll get the thing done for you. And it's like, dude, that's not how Upwork works, and that's what I originally would use. And I hate using Upwork because there's so many like so many people that are on there that are like they're just part of agencies now, and they pretend to be individuals, and they pretend to like be there and like talking to you or whatever, but it's like some it's annoying, and there's so many inexperienced people on there now, and people that like don't want to put in any effort to like go through and actually figure stuff out on the job. It's just annoying. It's annoying. They just have a lot of really poor quality talent, and it's hard to differentiate between them and the good talent. But there's a lot of good talent on there still. But what's it called? What was I saying? Yeah, I want to tip developers because that's what I've always done. Anytime I've ever gotten a good project from Upwork or whatever, if the project was like a $500 project, I would always throw in like an extra $100 if they did a good job, you know? Or even not, if they did what I asked them to do, which is a good job, because it's not something I would want to do. I don't like developing. I hate developing. I never want to write another line of code in my life, honestly. If I can go the rest of my life without doing that and just live like a peaceful, like a no technology existence, that's what I'd love to do, but I don't think that's gonna happen. But hey, maybe, but mine is I don't even know how to pronounce that. I mean, I've seen that a bunch of times. Daemon or whatever. Background processor that watches the Twitch channel or joins IRC when it starts. Records the usernames of chatters in the stream. At the end of stream, it adds to the SQLite database. If they aren't present in it already, then it says that in output. Cool. I.e., they are a first-time chatter, right? Seems like you have a more sophisticated solution. At the end of the stream, it also prints it out to a log. I'd go with Linux's solution because mine uses a Windows only bot. A Windows only bot works fine. But if you think the Linux developers thing is better, okay. Out of the two solutions that you guys have, right? Which one will last longer without breaking? Because eventually Twitch is gonna make some update to some API, something like that's gonna happen, and eventually it's gonna need some maintenance, right? Which one is gonna last longer? That's the one I'd rather use. If it's not set up yet, if the Linux developers one is better and that one's not set up yet, then we can negotiate. I'm down to pay some more for that one. If you still have to develop it. But if it's like this trivial, like already made thing, if you want, I could totally, I could slide you $50 if that's the one. I can also set it up to email it to you. Mine, maybe I can have it running on a 24/7 on a VPS, but I don't want to pay for a VPS, right? I mean, if it can run on a VPS, then it can also run on my machine, right? It can also run locally on my machine. I don't know how you would set it up I don't know how I would set it up as a like login item where it turns on every time I log in. But actually, I think I would want it to turn on every time I open OBS. I can host it. I know, but there's like peace of mind of like everything I have, like all my Discord bots and all that stuff. It's like I'm hosting all of it. I'm hosting all of it on my computer, and I have another laptop, a really old laptop that I used to use before I upgraded my PC. That I was gonna use to host like a bunch of stuff as like a server. Mine is an application that you can run whenever you stream. Okay. That could actually be useful because sometimes I don't think I'd even want to have it. Sometimes I think if it's running either way, it doesn't matter to me. But for some streams, I wouldn't want to document the people in it because it would be like a more low-key kind of stream. It's not hard to set up for that use case too. So Shmeeb, how does yours work? Is there like Is there like a GUI at all for it, or is it like I run an application and it just automatically does it? Like how can I like? It's kind of nice because you can use it for other things too. You can set up different scripts and actions. Okay. Ideally, you know what I want to have? This is my ideal scenario. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's go all out. Ideal scenario. I'd wanna. I'll pay more if you want me to. If it takes more to develop. Here's my ideal scenario. I want it to run on Mac. If you can't make it happen on Mac, then just let me know. But I want it to run on Mac, and I want it to be like a thing that's connected to my OBS. Like I want it to be like an OBS plugin, basically. Like and I don't know how difficult that would be. That might take you like longer to develop, like an OBS plugin. But then I could give it to other people as like make it simple for other people as well for OBS plugins. Then I could also run it like that, and then we could start a software development company together. You know, we can collaborate on a software development company. Boom, there we go. We started. First project done. So I'd want it to run on Mac, and I guess if you make an OBS plugin, it'll run on both, right? Because OBS should be the same on both. Maybe they have two different. Maybe they have two different versions. I know they do have two. Actually, they do have two different versions. What am I saying? Obviously they do. I remember downloading from the website. But if I want to get it running on Mac, and then it's something like, you know how there's all this? Let me open up OBS. Where's it at? Right here. Okay, so you know how there's like there's this and there's this, these panels, right? If you can make it another panel, like if I could just throw in like a docs, right? Stats, cool. I don't think this one attaches though. So like, yeah, whatever. So like this one, scene transition. I don't care about this. I got rid of this one on my Mac. But if this could be like another thing right here, super simple, I could just throw it in to like that. You know how you can connect it so like you can only show one? Because I have a set of these where it's like just the hidden ones where if I need to edit information, stream information, things like that, like things I don't have to do on a regular basis that I'm not like regularly checking, I could just like have it in here, you know? And then it could be like one of these. I'm about to get rid of this anyways, but it could be like one of these, and then it could say something like, it could have like on and off switch for whether or not it actually does it, for whether or not it actually logs the usernames. Because like I probably want to turn that off sometimes just to like not have it running, because I won't need it. Oh, and then it could have an overwrite switch, right? Which is like, it's like toggled always on. It's on by default, because like, but maybe in some use cases for other people, not for me, because not for my use case, but for other people, maybe they would want to just document the total, like everyone in chat, like everyone that's ever been in chat, just like in total, and they don't want to just like copy and paste it. I want to do it where it's like I stream, it copies and pastes, like it takes all the people from that specific stream. I can go to that document, copy and paste it in the description, and then done. Exit out of that document. And then like overwrite, or maybe like, yeah, overwrite, which is like the moment I hit stream again, it just clears out all the previous entries, you know? And it's like running some, I don't know, SQL database, something like, I don't know what it would be. I don't know what it would be to actually do it. But I'm sure if you come up with more features you can add for like other people, for other use cases, maybe like a thing where it's like show all chat, where it's like it doesn't, there's another toggle where it's like repeat usernames, and then it'll just log. Oh, this would be a really useful feature for a lot of people, I feel like, because when people upload their like VODs and their streams, and they're making clips and they're making like highlights videos, and they want to see who was in chat and what they said and all this stuff, you could just straight up log like the whole chat. Like not only all the usernames, but also what was said in all the like what each person said. So every chat message. I don't need that. Will I ever need that? Probably not. Probably not. But I could see maybe I might use that like really deep into the future maybe. But if I'm uploading these VODs, I don't see why I would need that. But maybe somebody else might want that. So maybe like those 3 toggles. And like that the last toggle would be like just log usernames or log the whole message. And then like the final thing could be like a little like folder icon, and then that folder icon you click on it and it takes you to the folder that you create like on your desktop, and that's the folder it'll save the document to. You know? That's like solid like whole thing, and if you can get that to work, if you can get that to work on both Mac and Windows, but I mean, if you can't get it to work on Windows, then like I mean, I don't know what the OBS like development setup is like, what their API is like. It's not. I mean, they're open source, open broadcasting software. So I don't know. You'd have to check their README probably, but if you can get that whole thing set up with like those 4 toggles, or maybe not those 4, whatever you feel like would be good for other people's use cases as well, we can post that as a product, and I'll pay $250 for that whole thing. But it's got to work on Mac at least. It's got to work on Mac at least. And I don't care about it working on Windows. I'm not about to make it work on. I'm not about to pay any more for it to work on Windows, honestly. But I will like. If we can somehow monetize it, like if we can collect donations, I'll send it all to you, so you can be incentivized to make it for Windows if more people are using it. You know, we could set up a website or something like that, because I do want to have like some kind of I did want to have a tech company, even though it's always been scary to me, because like I don't want to do any of it. But I have a lot of ideas of things that I want to make, because I feel like I can understand a lot of different kinds of consumers. But I don't want to actually make them myself. But would it be... Because it always feels weird when I see any kind of company of like where the owner of the company or the person making decisions in the company isn't a person who's like working on the projects themselves. They're not an enthusiast of that stuff. It's always not only felt like... It's felt immoral. It's felt slimy. It's like, wow, this dude doesn't even give a shit about this thing. They're just doing it. They're just in it for the money or whatever. It's always felt like that. I can try, no promises. Yeah, don't even. If it doesn't work, then I'll slide you 50 for what you already did. And you could set it, like, you could help me set it up on Windows or whatever. But that's like, if you could set up that kind of thing, that would be ideal. But like, maybe you guys could like work together. This is weird. I've never like had like 2 developers like tell me they can independently make it like this. Okay, so the plugins for OBS are written in C. You know, I've never actually checked out OBS plugins. OBS plugins. What if there's something cool that I'm missing out on? Let me shop. This is like the guy version of shopping, because it's like, you know how girls shop to like, because they don't know what they want, so they go out and like look for something that they want. This is what I'm like, I have everything I need in OBS, but now I'm just like, what if there's something I didn't know I wanted? This is, whatever. I'm only gonna do this for like a little bit. Okay, downstream keyer. I don't even know, I don't even know what that word like means on a save and load window and dock layouts. I could see why people might have issues with the way that dock layouts work, but mine is fine. Media controls. Oh. Nah, I don't need it. See, I'm just looking for source switcher. Color monitor. This is cool. This is cool. I'm gonna want this in the future, because in the future I want to bring a colorist on the team, like a dedicated colorist specifically, and have like a whole rig like Arri Alexa or like a Sony Venice 2 or something like that. like a whole rig, and I want to be making LUTs live. I want to have like the colorist be watching the stream live and make LUTs for it, for like, oh, you're traveling to this place. Okay, cool. You're like, here's this location was in this movie, so I'm gonna make a LUT that looks exactly like how it did in that movie in that cinematic way. Or for like themes, like, oh, I'm streaming in this, like in like Amsterdam on like Halloween. Then like he's got to make some crazy LUT, and I'll input the LUTs in camera live like that, you know? So we'll be like playing around with like camera work, and it'll all be happening like that. So I do want to, like, down the line, it would be cool to have like what's it called? Like a Lumetri color, like a Lumetri setup right here, just a visualizer. But does it show that? Histogram is good enough. I don't need any. I have a histogram on my camera, but yeah, there's no point in shopping like this, honestly. It's just shopping, but it's all free too, but it costs time. Okay, OBS plugins are written in C. I can try, no promises. This feels like a product that already exists. I know. Maybe it does, but I also hate doing research on it too. You don't want people that don't dog food their software. What does that mean? Okay, if you don't know the term dog fooding, it's a term that's used in software development and tech industries that refers to the practice of a company using it for its own products and services internally. Oh, right. Are you saying that in reference to what I was saying about how I see when my gripe is like, I will see people like I'll see people in like the fashion industry or like things like that, like people that promote a product but don't actually give a shit about the product that they're promoting. Like I was just like these guys, you know, like the sports gambling, like Prize Picks and all that stuff, they don't use their own apps. They're not consumers of the products that they make, which is like, dude, I want to make content because I love consuming it. I want to make like I want to do like fight companion, like reaction videos to like UFC fight cards because I consume that content so much. I'm like, might as well contribute a little something, might as well give back a little something, might as well like put a little bit of effort into like being more nuanced, or maybe like reflect the fight off of my glasses or off of some window on the side, low key, hush hush, so that people can see the fight without paying for it. You know, it's I enjoy consuming the content so much that I want to also be a creator. And I see so many people that get into businesses that are not consumers of the content, that are not passionate about it, that don't go fuck about it. And I just feel like it would turn into something like that. It would go down that route, especially in the film industry. I see that a lot of like in the entertainment industry, people who don't give a fuck about movies. They're not writers, they're not directors, they're not like artists. And they're the executives who are putting up the production money to make these movies, and then they're putting in all these bullshit messages so that they can appeal to certain audiences, so they can guarantee they make some money from it, rather than actually creating great art. And I know that, and that's something that I've been wary of, because I'm like, if I start a film production company, which is one of my dreams, that I feel like that would happen to me, because I'm a better producer and better marketer of films than I am a like filmmaker. And I feel like that's what my role would probably be. I would want to give opportunities to other filmmakers. And then it would get to the point where I'm like, dude, but I can't market your thing if you don't make it like this. And then the arguments start, and then it's like, but we got to make it sustainable. And then it turns into like, shit, I lost my soul. There we go. Just like that, I lost my soul. I lost my soul, and I became the very people that I became the very thing I swore to destroy, you know? I was the chosen one. I was supposed to destroy the Sith, not join them. But I joined the Sith. I feel like that's what would happen. And so I stay wary of these things, and I don't know how to feel about heading a software development company when I don't even know how to develop software. I don't think I'd be doing anything wrong. I think I would make great stuff, or I'd get my developers to make great stuff. But I don't know how to feel about it. I don't know how to feel about it. I'd love to be a limited partner, but anyway, write down all the features you want in that email, and I'll get back to you in a few days with it. I got time to kill. I'm gonna head to bed. Yo, Shmeeb, you still in chat? Okay, cool. Okay, let's write it down. The three things that I wanted, or the 4 things. I have Notepad on here. Sick. Okay. OBS plugin. Still here too. Cool. Yeah. But I'm about to head out. I'll see you around. But if you, by the way, before you go, if you think of a name, and same with you, Shmeeb, if you think of a name for this plugin, all 3 of us are developers on this, all right? All 3 of us are getting credited in some kind of way. Please keep my email off stream. No problem. I'm not even logged into my email address on this computer. I keep it all like on here. I'm logged into it on my Mac, so I can see your email on my Mac, but like it's not on here. But before you go, think of a name for this plugin, because all 3 of us are getting credits on this. Even if it's only one of you guys that ends up developing it, and you guys, that's the only one that gets paid from it or whatever, we're all gonna have our GitHubs linked in the repo, okay, or in the README or whatever. So think of a good name for this plugin. Something funny, probably something like a meme. I don't know. We'll think of something. But an OBS plugin with a panel that has 3 toggles and 1 button. The first what the hell did I say earlier? What was it? Hold up. On and off. The first toggle is an on and off switch. Twitch track. Okay. Twitch track. There we go. That's the backup. But keep thinking. Because I mean, I'm like limited in this, right? I'm a limited partner. So ultimately I want the name to be up to you guys. But I think the era of making names of softwares and companies that are like accurate to what is going on, it's kind of like, it's just to get as many sales as possible, right? But it's like, we don't gotta do that. We're making something cool. Don't worry about how much money it's gonna make. Don't worry about like how many people are gonna download it. Just it doesn't need to be any kind of marketing type of name. It could be something like some complete meme, like joke, something like, it could literally be anything. But Twitch track, I'm not personally a fan of the names where it's like, it's an accurate description of what it does. Even though it's like, that's probably what you should go for if you're like starting a business or whatever. It's like, if you're making a VPN, you should probably name it something like free, secure VPN that has like, that has good features or something like that. I don't know. But like, you know what I mean? But I'm calling mine Frog VPN. Just like, because I feel like that's more that's a personable type thing. There's a lot more personableness to it, and it's like, it's just chilling. Like I want to see a world of developers and like creators and like everyone just like working together, just like creating stuff and just throwing stuff out there, like giving what they have to put it all out there. And like it's that gap is bridged by memes. I feel that gap can be bridged with like just playing around and just having fun with it, Twitch track, I think is an okay name, but keep thinking, keep it going. We got a few days probably before we finish making it, and we got an unlimited time before anybody starts actually downloading it, if anybody actually downloads it. So the first toggle is an on and off switch. This one is obvious how it works. The second toggle is... What was the second toggle? I forgot. Okay. The over... Okay. Is... What the hell just... Okay. We can call it Higginson, the main singer of the song Hey There Delilah. It sounds like a stalker or a tier 3 subber. That's a... See? There we go. I like Higginson. So that's spying on chat all the time. That's so... See? That's good. That's what I'm talking about. That's facts. Higginson, just Higginson. It'll show up right here, like sources. It'll show up as Higginson. You just have to call it Higginson. So that's our backup name. If you think of one that's better, just have it in the back of your mind. If you think of a better idea, like anything like that, then let me know. We'll run that. But that's the backup name. That's the name so far. Okay. I don't want to have it say like Higginson bot or anything. It's just that's the name. That's the name of it. Okay, the second toggle is overwrite. If it's off, then it continues to... Oh, there were 4 toggles, right? Actually, okay, yeah, we should have an on and off switch. Yeah. Okay, if it's off, then it continues to add usernames like normal. If it's on, then every time OBS starts streaming, it clears the previous entries. What was the third toggle? The third... Anyway, I'm off to bed. Night. The third... Previous... Okay, the third toggle was... Repeat... Yeah, the third toggle... Should we do chat messages as well? Would it be any more difficult to get chat messages? Because then we can have a 4th toggle, and I feel like there was 4 originally. Now that I'm remembering it. Okay. The third toggle is repeat usernames. If it's off, then it logs every time a username a chat message. If it's on, then it only logs the first time username. It's trivial to get the messages. Cool. Then we'll do 4. The 4th toggle is include messages on, then it also includes what the user said in chat. and it doesn't. We could probably add more features down the line too, probably, because this feels like something that could branch out into something that people could actually use, especially when including chat messages. It's not something I need. I would have this off, honestly, but because I don't want to. There's also like a privacy thing. It's like when you're in chat, there is some more like, you know how when you click on someone's username in a chat and it'll show all the previous chat messages they sent, and it always looks weird every single time because I'll see clips of people do that, and they'll go through and it's like a ton of like, it looks like spam, but it's like, oh, that was over the course of like a few months, and right, we don't know what was happening in the stream at the time they said that chat message, but it's literally like, it looks so bad every time, and the streamer always makes it look so bad. The streamer's like, man, I want to ban this guy. Let me see what his previous messages were. And then it always looks bad every single time. But I'm like, that's probably how mine would look as well if I don't really chat in other people's chats like that, but that's probably how it would look. It'd probably be like a whole bunch of like emotes and a whole bunch of yos and a whole bunch of like just random garbage, you know? But I think for other people, like for example, like someone who wants to like really archive everything, like they want to archive the timestamps as well, right? If they want to like edit in video, like create like a video editing like plugin or whatever, they want to get the timestamps to like put it back over the stream, but they want to have flexibility as to where they put it afterwards. Basically like a chat thing that replays, like a chat replay, but it isn't superimposed into the video, so that way you can have flexibility with editing the clips after you stream. You know, things like that. It's like more and more advanced stuff. It could branch out into something like really useful for people like that, you know? And I feel that there are ways to monetize this, but I don't. I think this is such a nice, clean, simple software. I really don't care about monetizing it right now. Let's not worry about that right now. If we're using an SQL database, that stuff can be included. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people would like want exact timestamp, username, chat message, and then maybe even scrape other stuff. Maybe even like if it's like an intimate stream or it's like a sub-only stream or something like that, then it's like, oh, everybody in here, I'm like working with them, we're like doing something together in chat. So I not only want them in chat, it's like, you know what's an idea? One day I want to make a song or something like that, or like a music video. Here's what I want to do. I want to make a music video, but I want to export out like a set of frames out into like pictures, create a folder, put it in like Google Drive, share it with chat, and then tell people in chat like, okay, here, I'm going to assign everyone numbers for all the frames. Draw like what you want over here. So it'll be like a music video that's drawn by chat. So it would be like thousands of people all working on the same music video, and then I'd give them all credits. So not only would I need to like scrape everyone that's in chat, I would also want to scrape I would want to go onto their channel and scrape their about, like their YouTube channel name, like their YouTube channel link, and their Twitch link, or their like Instagram link, or whatever else they want to have as like their like Shrek Retold. I don't know about Shrek Retold. Rather than just separating by new lines. I don't know what Shrek Retold is, but these are just ideas I've had for like streams, like just cool ideas of like things that I thought other streamers could do when they're like in a certain position, or they like have a certain kind of chat, and I'm like, oh, they could totally do something. They could do something cool like this, but they never end up doing it. I've had ideas of like what they could do. So this could turn out to be like a really useful tool, and I feel like it could make money, some kind of money. Maybe like just enough to live money type money. I don't know. That's what it feels like. Shrek Retold is remade the entire Shrek movie. Maybe it might be similar to that. What I want to do is I want to make a song that has like song credits of like 2,000 people or something like that, or like a music video where in the description it's like credits of all the editors of the video, and it's like 2,000 usernames. You know, that's what I want to do. Oh, I don't know if that's feasible. I think YouTube only allows 5,000 characters in their description, but each one had like a 30-second chunk. Yeah. So yeah, basically like that. 30-second chunk. That's basically what I want to do. I mean, the time segment is different. I want to do it frame by frame. I want to create like some cool sequence like in real life, and then have like graphic, like I wanted one of the people who you know, there's people on chat, people on Twitch who like will draw, like they'll do digital art. I wanted one of, and they have a bunch of digital art, like they have a huge audience for it, right? So they'll do some digital art, and then they'll go like, all right, I'm drawing this thing, and their whole chat will also jump in and draw with it, and they'll get like 100 submissions of the same kind of artwork, but it'll all be like different in their own style. So I'm like, everyone draw this, your own frame in your own style with your own input, you know? And I wanted the whole music, like some of the music video, to be like seizure inducing, like just like every frame is drawn by a different person with a totally different perspective. So yeah, credits are a spreadsheet. They would have to be. It would have to be for that one. Yeah, I don't know exactly how I want to do that idea. That's a real tricky idea. But it's like, it's not something it's even not even close to feasible right now. It's like something I got to do way down the line, or maybe I'll give the idea to somebody else and they can do it, because I think it's a cool idea. But this could be useful for other people to like expand on in the future. Last is a button with a folder, and it opens a file explorer or finder. But let's just make, I'm specifying for Mac here, but let's see if we can make it for Mac by default. Like first, before we can make it for Mac first. If you have to code it in C, then I think it should work on both, right? If plugins are made with, if they're made, it's like the same deal. It's got to be the same deal, right? I don't know though, but I doubt they used like Swift for this, you know? Explorer Finder for Mac. But most people will obviously use Windows, so I'm just putting that right here. You need an audience of hundreds of thousands. I don't think I need hundreds of thousands. I think I need an audience of, I think what I would do is, if I have an audience of like 3,000 live viewers, what I'll do is maybe out of that, maybe like 100 or so would be cool with like drawing like that. But what I would do is I would go to other graphic design creators, like other like digital art creators, right? Like the biggest ones I can get, they probably have like 2,000 viewers of their own. So I'd get a sizable amount, maybe like 400 or 500 people who want to do it, and then I would have I'd have a music video where like most of the music video would be like chill, whatever. But on the drop specifically, I would have it like, okay, it's 24 frames a second, right? So if we get 500 people that want to do it, 500 divided by 24. This is stupid. I should know this. So 20. That's 20 seconds, dude. That's 20. It's 21. It's almost 21 seconds. If it was a 25, it would be 21. But it's almost 21 seconds of just straight up no footage. It's just drawings. It's just drawings for 20 seconds. That's a good amount. I would only want it for like, boom, drop, and then like 3 seconds, and it has that. This is more than enough. We got this. We could totally do it. And then we can give people multiple frames. Like here, you do frame 6,000 and do frame 12,000 as well, and do frame 18,000 as well. I'm not, it's not gonna be thousands, but I mean, it will be actually, but like if you go in the timestamps of the video, but whatever it needs to be, we can make it work. But down the line, I don't want to have to think about the details right now. Um, should the text document be like TXT? I think that's straight, right? Whatever, I mean, all these can open, all the RTF and all that stuff, they can all open any kind of, but probably TXT, right? Because it's the simplest, it works with everything, works with Notepad, and people on Windows are gonna probably open it up with Notepad, maybe, probably, most likely. Development requirements. Higginson development requirements. Save. Cool. Let me email this to myself real quick. This one. Okay. Let me email this to myself. Let me change the scene on here. And then I can email it to him as well. One second. If your Chrome is up to date. Yo, did you hear about the Google Chrome monopoly thing? Like how they Department of Defense or Department of Justice is trying to like get rid of Google's monopoly by splitting up Google Chrome and like potentially forcing Google to sell the Chrome browser. That'd be crazy, right? There's no way. It's worth so much, dude. It's their everything. It's their baby. It's never heard of it. Yeah, it's happening right now. It's like it's news right now. It's an issue though. Oh yeah. I mean, Google's monopoly is an issue for sure. And I've wanted someone to make like a better web browser for a long time now, but every web browser is all Chromium based. Only non-Electron browsers, Firefox. Exactly. I want like just make a browser where it's like I can set it up exactly like how Chrome is set up, but without using Chromium. But no, I'm not asking you. I'm just saying like browsers are hard. Yeah, I'm aware. I mean, like obviously, if it seems like such a huge problem, the fact that everyone has to use Chromium. All these companies, Brave browser, Arc browser, they all have to use Chromium. I'm just speaking like I'm just like talking in like a second person perspective or whatever. I don't know, but it's got to be one of the hardest pieces of software to make, because otherwise Firefox wouldn't be the only one that's like that even has like some market share at all. It's like it seems like an easy sell the moment anyone can make a web browser. It does most of the work for you. They don't have to. They chose to. It seems like if somebody can make a web browser that's like Firefox and like Chrome and can do the same sort of things and is reasonable at speed, but like Microsoft Edge or something like that, even that, but isn't Chromium based, which like, come on, man, Microsoft couldn't do it. Like one of the most profitable companies in the world, and they couldn't do it. But they didn't want to, obviously, they didn't feel like it. But they could have, if they really, really wanted to. But it's like, man, if someone does it and they market it as, hey, we're not relying on Chromium. We will not, like, AdBlock will work on our platform, you know? Like, all whatever extensions you have on Chrome, Firefox, everything, it will also work on our web browser, and you have the freedom to to customize it however you want and do all this stuff. That's Firefox, but Firefox isn't enough. Firefox isn't customizable enough. Firefox isn't made for the like normie user that is like, look, there is softwares that are efficient for like people who are more tech savvy, and then there's softwares that are so efficient that people who are not tech savvy, it feels seamless to them as well, you know? Firefox is crazy customizable. What are you talking about? Okay. What if I want to have the Arc browser thing where it's like I want to have my bookmarks, I want to have it like as a slider thing on the side. And what if I want to I can remove these from toolbar. That's sick. What the hell is this space? Customize toolbar? Get rid of this space. Nice. And let me get rid of this too, because I don't ever download anything. Oh, actually I might. But like the theme, the layout, if I want to make these less like squared and boxy and I want to make them more rounded, right? Or what's it called? It is customizable enough for my needs, but it doesn't feel unlimited. It doesn't feel like, what if I want to make these icons bigger? These icons that I have on here, I want to make them slightly bigger. It's a little too small for me. They're bigger on Chrome. You see how Chrome is? They're bigger on Chrome. They're how I want them to be on Chrome. So it's like, Firefox is definitely very customizable. Right. The entire UI can be remade with CSS, but it cannot be remade by just clicking it like a normal. Like if I don't want to touch any code at all, if I'm a normie, if I'm not tech savvy, if I don't want to, like if your grandma cannot customize these and make it bigger and all this stuff, maybe you can with CSS to do all this stuff, right? But you know. The fact that it takes CSS, it's like it's that's a huge barrier for most people. Oh, this is what I was talking about, the Arc UI, right? Whoa. That's crazy. I'm considering just putting that on right now, dude. Also, Firefox relies on Google. Also, their logo. Look at the progression, man. Look at the greatness. Look at where we came from. Come on, man. They're another corporation just like the rest of them. Firefox is it. It is the best browser. Dude, what the hell is this? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way they turn it into this. I mean, that's not... I could see them turning it into that. These are cool colors, but... Dude, there's no way. Where's the fox? It's gone. But yeah, I don't want to, like, there needs to be another. That's all there is. There needs to be another. Another like Firefox. Just one more. There needs to be competition between Firefox and somebody else, because I don't feel like Firefox is really competing with Chrome. People that are using Chrome are using it just to use it, even though it eats up so much RAM. It does feel faster. Probably because it eats up so much RAM. And it's definitely not as efficient. But they don't feel like they're competing in the same realm. There needs to be a competitor to Firefox, so that way Firefox can then be pushed to innovate. Because there's innovations to be had. I don't know what innovations, but there's innovations to be had. And Firefox is open source, right? It's also open source. I'm like 99% positive it is, but I don't know, I'm blanking out on this one because I think it's so obviously open source that nobody even talks about it. Is Firefox? Yes, obviously. And Tor is obviously, it's Firefox with a plugin. So let me email this to this guy. I emailed it to myself, but let me email it to this guy as well. So this is like, would you guys want to work on this together, or how do you want to do this? How do you want to do this? You and the Linux nerd. He's gone now, but like he's not in the chat anymore. But how would you want to handle this? Work on what? This OBS plugin. Would you be able to make it for Mac? Dang, I got a lot of emails I gotta go through. Come on, man. My Amazon package got delayed by 2 more days. Calendar events I got added to. Oh wait, I didn't read your chat message. I can make things that work on programs that already work on Mac. Okay, cool. So it should probably be the same. It should probably be the same on both Mac and Windows. I think, maybe. And I got a Fiverr message. Oh, it's just thank you for your order. Okay, cool. I'm looking in on how to make OBS plugins. Cool, yeah, let me know. And how much would you want to be paid for it too? Let me know. Like, don't be afraid to, like, I always find this with, like, I would find this when I would be working for other people. I'd always be so scared to talk about money. Like, if I'm doing photography for someone or like some video shoot or something like that, I would always be so scared to talk about money. But like, I have money, I have a budget. If I don't have a budget, like, then, and there's so many ideas that I can't do because I don't think the budget is good enough. And it's like, wait, maybe the budget would be good enough. And it's like literally on me. I'm holding off because like, because there's so much anxiety in talking about money that like I'm not able to get the projects done that I want to do, you know? So like if you have any requirements of like, okay, now this is gonna take this much money, whatever, or you want to be paid more, and you just straight up go like, I could probably do it for this much, but I would want this much for it, just like because it's gonna take more work, it's gonna take some research or whatever. Then like, don't be afraid to like let me know, dude. Like I wanna work with developers as like a not like a transactional type thing, but like a friendly type thing. Hold up. Okay. Hold up. I'll be right back 1 second. I was gonna spend this stream like organizing my notes, but I gotta get back to that. While you're looking through how to make OBS plugins, let me get on this. Okay. If I'm getting paid at all, I want stable income, then I could justify devoting my time to it. No point in setting up financial stuff for a gig system. What about like just Cash App or something like that? I don't think you have the means at present to set up that stable income. Right, I don't. If there's no payment, I'm doing it for personal educational reasons. I can quit if I want. I can work at my own pace. Yeah, no problem. Okay. Yeah, do it at your own pace. And that way it's like, for you, it's like, if you're doing it like that, the priority is not trying to get the project done as soon as possible, or like just trying to make sure it's like just works, you know? Oh, should I have not said should I have not said that on stream? I can cut. You're the only viewer. You're my only viewer. I have another viewer, Stream Elements. I could not post this VOD. Like, I could like not upload this VOD to YouTube if you want. If you're still here, if you're still watching this. I fucked that up so much. Like, saying stuff that's on messages on Discord. Yeah, then your priority is gonna be like learning and like getting better at it, and like that's what's best like long term. So like when I get to a point where I can pay for like someone's, yeah, okay. I gotta get into the streamer mindset. But it's streaming just feels so easy and natural to me at this point that it's like it doesn't feel like it's anything different from just like normally just doing whatever I'm doing. Okay, cool. But yeah, what I'm doing right now is just organizing notes. And I was planning on like I'm probably gonna be streaming for like another maybe like 2-3 hours just organizing things, just getting things ready. There's a lot I gotta lot of like minor bits and pieces of work I gotta do. It's probably gonna be a boring stream from now on. If you're looking to be like entertained, then like yeah, no point in sticking around on this one. But I'm always like I'm here like down to talk whenever. You know what's another feature I'd want for this actually? For this OBS plugin? I would want to have it set up so that not only does it collect the chat like usernames, the chat usernames, it also collects like everyone in like this in my like public Discord server, because I have a public Discord server, and I want to just like if the chat gets to be like too much, then I want to talk to people in that Discord server, because then it could be more intimate. It could be like less chat messages, you know. So I would want to document, but obviously not right now. Obviously that's a feature like down the line for it. I don't need that right now. Don't care about that. And I'm probably not gonna need it for like a really, really long time. But that was just something I was just thinking about. But yeah, just back to work, I guess. I'm probably not gonna be talking much for the rest of the stream. I mean, I'll respond to you, but like I'm not gonna be like starting conversations. Probably too much work. Oh, okay, cool. Food's ready. Be right back. fried mozzarella sticks. Crazy how obesity is the new normal now. It's crazy how, like, you know, you wouldn't eat like 12 just sticks of cheese, you know? But all of a sudden, now once you deep fry them, now it's just an appetizer. I'm glad I'm really bad at privacy and like all this stuff, like saying stuff right now while I only have one viewer, one or two viewers. I'm gonna get better at it. So by the time I'm at like 5 viewers, I think I'll be good at that point. I might make like 1 or 2 mistakes here and there, but like 5 viewers, it's like that's enough to be able to like, all right, guys, I'm not gonna upload that VOD, that kind of thing, you know? No one's gonna be like logging my like screen recording the thing, you know? 10 viewers, I should be completely solid. I should have like a streamer mode like embedded in my mind to like watch what I say. This is really cool. Like this whole thing. But gotta check this. I did not know this existed. Oh. You can use it with a URL filter too. So you can use CSS on any website. Oh, that's really cool. It's kind of like a more powerful version of uBlock CSS filters. I didn't know, I mean, I would assume uBlock would have something like that. I didn't know that it was like, I thought they were like, I thought uBlock's origin was like hardcore, like going into the JavaScript of it and of like whatever's available and getting rid of the ads from there. I don't know what it probably does both. I don't know, but like, that's interesting. Buy website, that's really cool. Yeah, dude, I know nothing about Firefox now that I think about it. I never really like looked into it like that. There's this girl right here, Sarah Safari, or Sarah Safari, whatever. 2 million on YouTube. I was just editing one of her videos. I didn't end up doing anything with it. My friend recently went and like shot and like for one of her vlogs. It was like an event. She was there. It was like a bunch of other influencers, and he was like, "Yo, can you edit this?" Because there was a lot of footage. So he was like, "Yo, can you edit this?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Send me the footage. I'll see what I could do." It's kind of hard to visualize other people's visions though, so I wasn't able to do anything with it. But she seems like such a genuinely great person, dude. This is like a dream girl right here, for real. Hold up 1 second. Okay, cool. Okay, apparently even for OBS plugins, Apple is a no-go. But a valid developer ID. I need a valid Apple developer ID. You know what? Forget Mac. Forget Mac. Let's do on Windows. This is totally fine. It's literally the same routine for me. Same routine. Mac and Windows. I go on Twitch, go to the VOD thing, I hit download, and then once it's done downloading, probably take like an hour or so. I like go do something in the meantime or whatever. Come back, it's downloaded, upload it straight to YouTube, and then I just reuse the previous one, change the date, and then copy and paste the text document in there. So yeah, let's make it work on Windows. Forget the Mac. I thought Mac wasn't gonna be an issue, but I should have known. It's always an issue, dude. Same issue with my VPN. Same issue. It's these Mac issues, dude. But I'm figuring that one out. I'm figuring that one out. Apple as a company is a dick. Yeah, dude. I can't trust any company that turns off their comment sections for all of them. They don't even give people the chance to give their take on stuff. They've set a precedent of no criticism for us, and like it's just people just accept it just for Apple. They give Apple that exception. A bunch of psychopaths run that company, dude. And like, how could anyone not be a psychopath and run that company? It's like, you're making products for like 1 billion plus people. How could you ever like extend your empathy out like that to how far your influence actually reaches? You're making decisions on people, about people that you don't actually care about. You can't. There's no way. I just wish they weren't so prideful all the time. Oh, look at us. We're so environmentally friendly and we care so much about this thing and that thing. And bro, shut up. Just say it like it is. Just say it like it is. That's crazy how there's no real competitor to Apple. There's no real competitor. Like, culturally speaking. Right? I mean, you could say business-wise there's competitors to Apple. But in terms of like a consumer mindset, just a consumer mindset of what Apple does for like the void that it fills for the culture of being the go-to company, like you don't have to think, you don't have to use your brain, oh just buy an iPhone. It's not that there even can be competitors. There can really only be one company of like, oh don't use your brain, this is the go-to, this is the standard. And Apple took that spot. If there was a competitor to Apple, they would have to destroy each other. Two Apples cannot exist. Two companies cannot exist in a cultural space where people only want there to be one company because they don't want to use their brain and actually make decisions and like compare things. It's certainly an interesting niche. And you know what? I've wanted to like do a deeper dive on that one day. Of like, I call it the white girl default of any industry. Every industry has one. At any moment, there is a particular company that is taking up the spot of the Don't think about it. Don't use your brain. Easy, safest option. This is what you go to, you know. And like, for like, it's for like fitting in. That's straight up what it's for. It's for fitting in. It's like every industry has that. It's like they got like Drake from music, you know. Music industry, you got Drake. It's like the Apple, but I guess not anymore. Maybe not anymore, you know. But he was like that for a long time. Or like Tesla for cars, you know, or like Lululemon, or like Stanley Cup, but at one point it was Hydro Flask. I wanted to like, they're all gonna. I don't think they're premium products. I don't even think I think they all have to be premium products because it's like the audience that they're catering to grows up without really experiencing any problems or struggles in life at all, and all they know is like a world of like great fortune and great like easy lives. It's easy life people, and they want premium everything. And so spoiled products made for spoiled people, marketed as premium. Yeah. And that's what you meant by like with the quotes, and I understood that, but yeah, but like whatever word for it is, like the white girl default. I know white girl is obviously like a stereotypical, but you get what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? The maybe not even normie default, but I don't know what the word is for it. Turn your brain off and fit in. Just turn your brain off, and this is the safest way to fit in, safest bet, you know. There's always one company like that, and I wanted to do a deep dive of like with my friends, like get high one day and just like I barely ever get. It's like once every like 6 months I'll like really go in, you know, and like do like deep like research on something. And I wanted to do research on and like think of more companies like it and try to find like similarities, like for business like insights, you know, try to find similarities between the companies. How did they do what they did? How did they get into that spot? Starbucks, Lululemon, Beats by Dre, of course. Yes, exactly. Starbucks, that's another one. Yeah, didn't think of that. I'm trying to think of. I mean, I can't think of any more right now, but I know there is a lot more. And I could just ask some girls about it, but I do want to do like a deep dive one day in on it. I'm not so worried about thinking of it right now because I know if I get high, I know I'll have the creativity to like really go deep and like think of all the things that I wouldn't think of right now. I'm not going to invest that much mental effort into it right now. Alright, I'm off for the night. Alright, bro, I'll see you. Cool, cool. Oh, where did I save that? In documents? Okay, yeah, cool. What's this? Whatever. I gotta test something out.